again, Olive Potato here. I'm actually getting ready for a removal right now, but really quickly, I told you that there will be another video in the description of my last video, and I gotta get ready really quickly because I mightn't have enough time. Basically, I mean, I would like to talk about it while it was in the cam, but I might forget about it by an accident, and this fucking thing. I might forget about it, and I might go off schedule again by an accident. So I have to do this really quickly, just in case. I hope you guys understand, cause I don't want to go off track again, cause it did like make me very sad. But I wanted to talk about a few things. The first thing is that I know you're getting very annoyed at this, and eventually it's going to get to the point where you're just not even gonna want to watch because of this. But I am extremely sorry. I really am. I mean, I am trying my best to try and, get back on track. But it's actually, it's difficult. I know you're probably like, oh, you could do it in a few seconds, and you're right. I probably could do it in a few seconds. I could just turn on the camera and start recording, and we could all be back to normal. But I don't know why I'm being held back. I don't know. Just a lot of shit has happened over the months that I wasn't here. Like, the last few months that I was off YouTube was an absolute clusterfuck. And it wasn't the best. I mean, obviously, everyone has bad times, but for it to happen like nearly every day during the months, it's difficult. Like, oh, come on. I hate this shirt. It's the only one I have that's okay, though. So I gotta make this look spick and span. Yes, please, 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 please. Oh, come on, you cunt. I know it's going to be hard to take this video seriously because I'm in a rush, and I should probably wait until it's all cooled down and I'm in the mood to talk about it, but I'm just a bit afraid that I'm just a bit afraid that I'm going to go off schedule, and I don't want to ruin things on this channel. The reason I set up this channel is to have fun and all that stuff, and I told myself that I wasn't going to take any breaks, but I had to, because things just get busy, and I hate it. It's getting me angry just thinking about it right now. And I hate this shirt. Fuck it, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to roll it up like this, and I'm just going to put it here like that. And like that. Oh, my fingers are like butter. I'm gonna explode with anger. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. I'm just gonna kind of inform you on the stuff. Ali, she was the dog in this house. She was on our channel for a while. She passed away a good while ago, and she's buried out the back. In the last video, and I was looking into the shed. I was looking at Ali's old doghouse, and it in the background it kind of showed her grave. I was just kind of memorizing it, and a lot of people have passed away recently as well, and I've been very busy with just doing stuff in general. Like, I haven't got a chance to upload. It's really pissing me off. I'm getting so angry over it because I'm not able to upload anything, because it's just that, like, I'm ready to do something, and sometimes people need something done, and I hope you get it, is like, sometimes you just can't say no. I'm just gonna go get myself some hair gel. Alright, yeah, I'm back. Just kind of did a small bit on the top so it wouldn't look like absolute shit. But I hope you guys kind of understood what I was saying there. It's just like, sometimes you just can't say no because, you just can't say no sometimes because I hope, just sometimes you just can't say no. I'm gonna have to leave it at that because a lot of shit just happens and there are times where you want to say no, but then you just kind of think of the consequences of that and you just kind of have to do it. Like, everything in life is a choice, and no matter what choice you make, there are going to be consequences. But it's up to you to figure out which consequence is worse than the other. And that was the thing that went through my mind at that moment. And that's just constantly what's going on with me. Like, I'm about to sit down and do something. Maybe I'm about to eat my dinner, about to record, and I get like a text on Snapchat or a Snap, or I get a call or something, and someone's asking me to do something. I said, I don't know, man. And then they say why it happened or who it's involved in, and then it's someone who you know, and you know what could happen if you just let it slip. So you just have to go and, like, take care of it. And I haven't been able to do YouTube because of it, and it's, look, like, like for everyone, it happens to everyone. I'm not trying to act as if the whole world, the weight of I'm not trying to act like I'm holding the whole world on my shoulders, like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders or anything. That's not, I'm just trying to explain how shit my life has been so far. Like, it's been good. It's had very good times. I'm going to see Jacksepticeye on Wednesday up in Dublin for the world tour, and I'm very appreciative of, like, because I have such a nice mammy and I have a good brother, and I'm fairly lucky to be in this room right now. I'm very lucky to be on YouTube. It's just one of those times you have to reflect on stuff that happens, like, and yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. And like, a lot of stuff is still happening. Heck, I'm going through removal and all that. And just for people out there who are going through hard times, I feel you. Just make something good always comes out of something bad. Cause it's not, let's say you make a mistake, or if something happens, you do something and you immediately regret it afterwards. It's not the mistake that does it. It's not what happened that ruins everything. It's the reaction to the mistake. Like, let's say you broke a vase, and it was a fairly expensive vase. The only thing that would make that bad is if someone came in and acted as if it was the end of the world. It's not that you broke a vase, it's how they felt that you broke a vase that made it bad. They might have felt very sad. That made the situation sad. They might have thought it was horrible. That made what you did horrible. It's not the mistake, it's not what happened, it's how they react. So let's say they said, well, it's an item, you're still okay, I'm still okay. These things can be got, like, not by everyone, of course, because not a lot of people have, like, money and all that stuff. Apparently you have to have money for everything these days. But, like, you could easily say, well, it's a vase, everyone's okay still, the world didn't end, I guess I could leave you off and all that stuff. That's what makes it bad. It's the reaction to the stuff. And it's the same thing with what life does to you, because life is going to tear you down, and life is going to rip you to pieces, and life is going to try and take every opportunity, and you're trying to find the time to do stuff. You're trying to find a way to do this. You're trying to wait. You're trying to wait for your boat to come to the harbor when it's not actually coming to the harbor. Like sometimes you have to swim out to that boat, and uh, sometimes you just have to. Instead of waiting for an opportunity, you have to make the opportunity. Instead of trying to find time, you have to make time. You have to make your own time. You have to kind of have the morals, the way of thinking to say yes to this and no to that, and yes to this and no to that. I've made that mistake these past few months, but that was only because there were people involved in the stuff, and I knew that if I were to let this slip by, something bad could happen, and I knew the consequence of that. So I was willing to take the consequence to myself than to let someone else get the brunt of it. Because for me, in my mind, it's kind of like, if someone else is going to get the brunt of it, I at least want to get more of the brunt of it. I want to, if I'm trying to help someone and something is going to happen to them, I would prefer it to happen to me. That's why I choose the second consequence instead of what could happen to them, so that if I do it, the consequence will come back at me, so that they're okay and I can think about myself later. That's what goes through my mind. That's just how my mind works. And you have to kind of, don't make that mistake that I made. Like, help people, be generous. Random acts of kindness are the best types of kindness. Just show some respect, show that you're a nice person, help people out. If you see someone that, even the smallest bit of danger, start helping people little bits. Just that little bit will give off the impression that you're a nice person. And the more you do that, the more you say to yourself that you're a nice person. Don't overdo it. Don't be cocky, be humble. But the more you kind of do that, the more easier life is going to get, because people are going to know that you helped them, and you're going to find it easier to help people. But don't overdo it like I did, because it's just going to be an absolute clusterfuck, and you're barely going to be able to fit anything in. That's what she said. And right, but sometimes you just kind of have to, make a choice. Like, start off by making little decisions. Like, let's say you go into a shop and you see two of the things you wanted to get, but you only have enough for one of them. Start by making little decisions. Like, do I want Doritos or do I want Hunky Dories? Let's say, easy choice, Doritos. But let's say it was kind of hard to make the decision because you like both of them a lot. Just start off by making those small decisions, and it's going to help you to make bigger decisions. Like, the more you kind of work your way up on, the bigger the decision is, the better you're going to be at making decisions. And then that's when it comes to the time when you have to decide whether you have to do something or not, and you know each one has a bad consequence to it, but you have to decide which one would be most helpful, like which one would count the most, and you have to fit that into something. But if you overdo it, you're going to be overloaded with stuff you have to do. You might have to pay people back, you might have to help people out with a few things, you might have to take care of a few things for people, and you start saying yes and yes and yes and yes, and you have to do this another day, and it might come to a day where you have to get it all done on that one day. And I was lucky enough to be able to get all that stuff done, but like, it scares you because you don't want to let people down, and you don't want to make people feel like you can't do anything for them. You don't want people to feel like it's helpless, that there's no hope in anything, that the world is always full of shit. Yes, the world can be shit. Life is going to tear you down. Life is going to throw you on the ground and tell you to go fuck yourself. But it's up to you whether you want to get back up or not. It's up to you what you want to do. It's not like, okay, life did this, I'm just gonna give up. You try out a new parkour move, you hurt yourself like twice, and you say, well, that's an obvious sign of life, I have to stop doing this. But that's not that. Like, if you want to have that attitude, go ahead. But I'm here to tell you right now that it's not the best attitude to have. If I'd given up, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't, as in general, I wouldn't be physically here if I'd given up. Because, like everyone, I've gone through a lot of shit. Everyone's gone through shit. Everyone's had bad times. Everyone's been down in the dumps. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're the richest person in the world. It doesn't matter if you have the most loving people in the world. You're going to have a bad time in the world. That's just... It's what life does to you. But it's not what life is. You have to... Life isn't just all... This is this and that's that. Bad is bad and good is good. It's called a choice. We all have a choice. I have a choice. You have a choice. Everyone has a choice. That's just, like, that is what it is. Life is what you make of it. You're letting life decide what to make of you. But the truth is, life is what you make of it. That's what I've been going by, and I want you guys to try and go by it as well. But try not, if you are the kind of person who try and help someone, or if you're the kind of person who's kind of, a yes man, try not to be a whole yes man and say yes to things. If stuff happens, if someone in your family passes away, all that stuff, it's sad, but if you let that get all over you, if you let that kind of, like a big blanket, just to go all over you and just surround you and you're lying in it, it's not going to fix anything. So it's up to you to decide what you want out of it. People die. That happens. It's sad. It's... Sorry, I have to get stuff. I'm not stop talking. I'm gonna keep talking. I just have to get stuff because apparently there's going to be a storm tomorrow, and it's going to be the same. It's going to be one of the worst hurricanes we had since 1961. I think it was 1961. It killed 15 people. It's supposed to be at least the same, maybe slightly under, maybe slightly over. But we're going to need torches in case the power runs out and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get these stuff. We just have to get batteries. A lot of batteries. Because I have head torches, I have lamps, just need batteries. That's all we need. This one's kind of fucked. Oh, that one works. That's 3. Myself, Mam, and Josh. I should get a second one just in case anyone else needs it. You never know, that could be...
About 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah. There could be someone outside our house looking for a torch and they have absolutely nothing, and we're going to be the ones prepared. And I also have an army one somewhere. I have an army torch somewhere. I'll find it, but I have to continue this video because I might be going soon. But all I'm saying to you guys is to make the best out of the worst situations. That's the whole reason I did this video. To say sorry for... I am back. I am back. I'm making my own time. Instead of... I was waiting for time to kind of catch up with me. I was waiting for my own opportunities. But I realized that I have to make my own opportunities to do these things. And that's why I decided to say that in this video to you guys. To stop waiting for the opportunities and to make the opportunities. That's the whole reason I did this video, to say sorry, to tell you guys I'm back, and to send you guys a message, send you guys the most message of a message possible, if that makes some sort of sense. But yeah, people die, and it is sad, it's horrible, and all that. It's a very sad thing that happens. Like when my dog, I have a picture here of Ali. And I have a load of pictures of Ali on my iPod. I mean, yeah, my iPod, and yeah, I cried. I will admit it. People cry, but people die, and if we let that consume us, then we're just gonna give up altogether. Like, it's not going to work. Nothing's going to ever go right for us. Life is gonna get worse and worse according to what our mental state says to us. But you have to control your own mental state. That's what I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying. Just to make the best out of a worse situation. And people die. And as bad as it is, as unfriendly as this sounds, we're gonna have to deal with it. We have to deal with people dying because people die. I'm going to die. I know that at some point I'm going to die. But I'm making the most out of it. And, like, I mean, it's hard. When I say that, I don't mean just go, oh, someone died, oh well. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a thing. It's kind of like, well, people die, that's it. But if you kind of overdo that feeling where it's kind of like, oh, they're dead, yeah, I'm going to die. It's gonna kind of throw off the kind of caring thing, cause you do care if someone dies. Like, someone dies, apart from like Hitler or something. If he died, well, he apparently is still roaming around the place. But like, we do show that we care. Like, people die in tragedies and all that stuff. We share our emotions. We'll say that we're sorry and all that stuff, but but it's kind of a thing where you have to say they're dead, like. We have to kind of move on. Like, you have to move on. People are dying. The climate change is getting worse and worse, thanks to us, humans. Well, not us. Them, fucking government thing. They can change it up in 5 minutes if they want to. But I guess, it's not really... Apparently it's not up to us, so... We're just gonna have to make the best of this world while we can. Like, try and do the little bits yourself while they're doing the big bad bits. These small nice bits are just as good to kind of change the feeling for just at least 1 second, to make people happier, to make people feel that the world isn't as bad as they think it is. But apart from this video, it should be more open and energetic, but I felt like it wouldn't be as... Like, if I was talking about all this and I was happy and up and go-getting and all that stuff, it wouldn't send out the message properly. It wouldn't show the emotion. It would seem like it was a fake video, that I'm not actually feeling for it, that I'm only saying these just for the fact of saying it. Just, I don't know. But I'm not just saying these. I'm speaking from experience, from the bottom of my heart. Just random acts of kindness, make the most of life, and make the best out of a bad situation. That's all I'm saying. And don't overdo it, like with helping people. I love helping people. I did go through a phase where I was giving everything away and I wasn't keeping anything for myself, which I guess is kind of generous, but you have to kind of think for yourself a bit too. Like, if you're giving everything away, you want to keep giving people stuff, but if you give everything away, it's going to come to the point where you actually have nothing to give, and you're not going to be the guy that helps people anymore. So help yourself as well as helping other people. And just these small random acts of kindness can change a lifetime. Like, just, my dad always used to say, like, whenever I hang out with my dad, whenever we always salute people. And he always used to tell me that when life, like, just saying hello to someone could change their life, because they could be down in the dumps, no one's talking to them, no one's saying hello. But just that one hi could let them know that people care, that there are people around ready to listen, and that they're not alone. So that you can say, you're saying hi to someone and they're like, well, that person said hello to me, no one else said hi to me, there's nothing wrong with me. Just small acts of kindness. Say hi to people on the street. Ask them how they are. Help people. Do small acts of kindness. And all that stuff. I mean, we all gotta play our part. So, yeah, that's it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, comment what you thought about, leave some suggestions what you want me to do next, and I'll see all of you guys next time. There are going to be gaming videos coming back, how-tos coming back, challenges coming back, reading your comments. I'm going to be doing a reading your comments live stream soon. I'm going to be recording when I'm going to see Jacksepticeye. I'm not just going to be holding up to my face, I'm going to hold it down a bit because I actually want to memorize it myself in my eyes as well. So yeah, all together back. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going at this. I've made my own time. I've made my own opportunities. I'm back. I'm going to do more drum covers as well. I do have a special request from PsychoCat23, and I'm going to have that out soon. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, comment what you thought about, leave some suggestions what you want me to do next, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Also, sure to follow me on Twitter, add me on Snapchat, all that stuff in the description below, and goodbye.